Stare.
Kilgore Void.
She's beating me. Beating me already. There it is.
Yeah, you
Ooh, I
do.
get to watch an ad.
Thank God. Yes.
I get to watch another ad.
1/100th of a cent.
Ryan Reynolds.
Lucky Bat. Hi. Did Ryan Reynolds make another new movie?
I don't know. It looks like I don't know. Some BS.
I want Lead Belcher, and I want the silver paint, whatever it's called. I think it's called G-Dub Silver.
I watch all your ad at least 8 times.
It's back to my Chuck Mangione story. So I was listening to the Office Ladies podcast, and one of the writers had worked on King of the Hill, and Chuck Mangione was on King of the Hill as himself in animated form. And apparently the writers of King of the Hill, they had like an Office Olympics, which was the inspiration for the Office episode Office Olympics. And apparently Chuck Mangione flew from wherever he lives to the studios so he could play the opening ceremonies for the King of the Hill Office Olympics.
That is wild. Amazing.
Craig Turpin.
Craig Turpin.
What's Chuck Mangione's famous song? Is It Feels So Good?
All right.
It's like the big one.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It is.
Craig Turpin. That's Turpentine.
Right. Ooh.
I think today I'm just going to paint his little back little thing. I don't know what it does. It sits on the small of his back, and it feeds into his gun. And it has a pressure valve. So I think anyone's guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. Guninator.
It's a guninator, yeah.
That's what it is.
Maybe it's a Nerf gun. It's like a air-powered Nerf gun.
You have to pump it up. That makes sense. Okay.
Yes.
It obviously provides additional DACA.
It compresses air into bullets. Speaking of compressing air into bullets, I bought some books yesterday, and one of those books is a 40k, or I purchased audiobooks, because I don't read, but I purchased apparently an audiobook set from the orc's point of view. And I can't wait to give that a listen. I can't imagine.
Do you think it's
how
read
obnoxious
like an orc?
would that be? Apparently, I think it is. Apparently, though, it is from the orc's perspective, a battle between the orcs and the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't remember the name of it. Something orc.
I only want to listen to audiobooks by Kilgore Boyd.
I wonder, so to be an audiobook voice person, do you just have to be really, really good at like reading out loud? Because it's not like they practice
Probably.
like the book a bunch of times for you to spend 80 hours reading it.
Yeah, I bet you, I bet you have to be pretty good, and I bet
like
you can go back.
Something.
Bet they do some editing. Yeah.
Boy, though, can you imagine reading a 90-hour or like reading a book that's gonna take 11 hours?
Yeah, that would not be very much fun. And I'm sure you don't do it all in one sesh.
Can you imagine being the poor editor who has to listen to, you know, a 20-hour book 8 times?
I wonder. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I hope they edit it as it's happening. So then you have to listen to it a lot less.
You have to. And like, what if the book sucks, but you're still editing it?
Well, you're making monies. So I guess you have to do that.
Well, I don't think you get that much money, because then I get it on Audible for $11. And you do lots of cuts and you drink lots of water. Ooh, Craig Turpin posted the final robot model on Patreon. Oof.
Ah.
All right, let's see if my computer's up for it. Ooh, let's see what OBS says. Oh, it's only at 48% CPU usage to run. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. It looks a little better. It still looks the same
good.
though. It looks very similar, but that's okay. Yes, we did a slight little tiny bit of updating right before.
Come on, EonsOfBattle, you can do it. I believe in you. Not EonsOfBattle, it's my computer.
Eons of a computer. Ah!
Nick's been attacked.
I see it. I'll wait for you to see it. I'm excited though.
It might be about 15 to 20 minutes.
Well, just use your phone.
My phone is my phone's the camera.
Get it? You got it.
Yeah, well, I cannot be reached while I'm streaming. Although I could use my iPhone 5 to capture video. I'm sure that would go great.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice and blurry and horrible.
Oh god, I can never find anything. The community tab is loading. All right. Aww. He's going
him.
akimbo.
Yeah, and I love that skull.
So did he paint that skull, or did somebody paint it for him? Oh, he's great. What scale is this model in?
I think it's a big boy.
Oh, I love that it looks like his top and bottom aren't screwed on correctly because the numbers are all offset.
Because it's probably, if it's like it's probably like 6 inches. Right? If it's like the other one. You should always use a banana for scale in every photo.
Yes. Need a nice nanner. Yeah, very nice. I love orange. You don't see orange very often.
Kevin Bruick, hello. Joey Flores, hello.
Joe Flo. Good old Joe Flo. Oh no, I feel like I've missed some.
And it's 7 inches tall.
Oh wow. Pang Burn Dark. Hey, what's your guys' opinion on sealing models and what is the best way to go about it? I think definitely seal models. That way you've protected them from the Cheeto fingers. A great easy seal is Tester's Dull Coat, which you can sometimes find in hobby stores. Any hobby stores that sell Tester's paint. I like Vallejo polyurethane varnishes through the airbrush. And my first pass is always a 50-50 mix of Vallejo polyurethane matte and Vallejo polyurethane satin. And then I let that dry, and then I give them another blast of satin varnish. And I feel like that gives me a good balance between matte and but glossy enough that the colors still really pop. Pang Burn Dark. I like varnishes in between layers. Also, some matte clear coats are good when you're done. Yeah, I don't actually. I don't tend to rub off much paint. Like this guy, I said I was going to matte varnish him in between. I actually haven't, and he's doing great. I don't have that problem of rubbing off paint.
Hey, Brett Ryder.
Joey Flores was watching Midwinter. How could you? This is an Eons of Battle house.
Although Midwinter's great.
I love Midwinter. I watch most of his videos. And if he ever paints what's the name of the big ass Titan? He said he would do it if he got to a certain goal on Patreon. And holy cow, if he does it, I'll love him forever. That'd be sweet. It would be like everything Miniac promised me and then didn't deliver.
Halo White Dude. Hello.
Craig Turpin. I paint base coats and then gloss varnish before washes and then matte varnish once done. Yes, a gloss varnish will definitely help your shades get into the recesses. Zurich619, hello.
Halo White Dude. It's probably not the best online name to have. Mm-hmm. Probably not, but you know what? I like it.
Use Cheeto dust to seal your minis. I've heard of that technique.
That's what you used to do.
Yeah. Flamin' hot Cheeto dust.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Joe. Yeah, he said he'd paint a Warlord Titan, the $2,000 Titan. Does Miniac owe you a commission too, Jay? No, what I was referring to is in his video called A Video No One Asked For, where he talked about going down to less than a video a week, or less than a video a week. he said that he would actually paint a Titan. And I got really excited because I'm like, oh my god, even if it's just a little old Warhound, that's going to be amazing. He was actually talking about an Imperial Knight, but he called it a Titan. And so I was really disappointed when he just painted a Knight. Because I'm like, I've seen Knights be painted. I want to see a Titan get painted. I want to see Miniac paint a Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Once he gets to 1,000 Patreon supporters, he's getting a Mars Pattern Titan. Yeah, if he gets 1,000 Patreon, he could buy one every week. Holy moly, 1,000 supporters? That's crazy.
How many is he at? How many is he at right now?
That should be the first EOB texture paint that's released. Flamin' Hot Cheeto Dust.
It's a great idea.
He has 1,000 supporters now. Holy moly.
It's a lot.
That's an incredible number.
1,041.
Yeah. By the way, guys, Eons of Battle has a Patreon. And we're not quite at 1,000 yet. We'll get there. I heard a story whereby some dude took in a Warlord Titan to play at a GW store, and he was denied because it would put off other newbie players, which would get thrashed against it. Well, yeah, I've heard a bunch of horror stories from people going to their local game store. If you just show up with a Titan, you're kind of a douche. It's super cool though if you're like if you like talk with your friends and you're like, dude, let's try to get a game in, all of you guys versus my thing. And like you kind of make it so that everyone's gonna have a good time. But if you just rock up with a Warlord Titan and is like, who wants to play me? No. $1,041 supporters if they're all $2 supporters. Yeah, that's some change.
Mm-hmm.
With the EOB Patreon, yeah. Once we hit 100 patrons, I'll make a Titan out of cardboard.
Yeah.
I'll build the whole thing live.
That'd be fun. And no pee breaks either.
Oh my goodness.
We have diapers.
A good time for everyone. There's apparent. I don't think Titans are really that great, because even if their weapons are incredible, they only shoot what, 4 shots a turn, because they can only shoot one target with one weapon. What I think what you would do is you let everyone else bring twice as many points as you bring, and you definitely let them tailor. Like, okay, everybody bring Melta, bring missile launchers. Don't even try bringing flamers. There's no point. I would love to play against the Titan. Once. I thought the Titan was awesome. We were all going to play against it. It would have been fun, but didn't have the time. That was a week before quarantine started. Ah, yes. Before the dark days. It's not going to be a six power easy to build set versus a 2,000 point Titan. I think it's $2,000 Titan. I think they're worth more points.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many points do you think it is?
I don't know. I know the regular Titans though are like in the hundreds, like the high hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
I would think it's like at least 2,000 points.
Mm-hmm.
He destroyed all your warriors in one turn. Yeah, of course. That's why you bring like 4 full squads of warriors, so that he can only destroy 1 a turn.
You're doing a little spread out.
Mm-hmm. Craft a ice planet Hoth scenario where the Titan marches from point A to B and everybody's forces must try and stop it. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah. You just at the very end you just Hail Mary drive all your tanks in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
A Warlord Titan is 5,500 points. Yep.
Wow.
So a couple points. 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, Games Workshop should make an easy-to-build Titan as a joke. That would be hilarious.
An April Fools.
I wonder if there's a rule to give my Imperial Guard Valkyries harpoons and tow cables. Did you hear about the sit-down protest I'm organizing due to the lack of orcs in Orktober and no Orc Battle Force box this year? This Saturday at Warhammer World, bring your orc costume.
I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
It is bullshit.
It's a little sad. A push-fit Castellan. The easy-to-build Titan is just one piece. I think it's ridiculous, the Titan that they have. Like, like let's say worst-case scenario, you drop it. It's ruined. Like, they weigh so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you better not drop it.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think at that point, you should cast some of the pieces out of a different material. Like, you should be casting them out of the foam resins.
Oh.
Just so it's not silly. You know, for $2,000, I think they can rotocast the main body pieces and then fill it up with an expanding, like, foam. For $2,000? Because it seems like
yeah, but they would have to learn how to do that.
Yeah, it seems like they just do it the way they would do anything else. It's just a lot of pieces.
Yeah, well, it'd be hard to learn something new.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want to learn something new?
Smooth On literally has pamphlets that they'll mail to you for free.
Yeah, but that's hard. Install a parachute.
That would actually probably be cheaper than a Warhound Titan. How much is a parachute? A couple $100? It'd be some nice insurance.
Mm-hmm. That's gold.
Ooh, Brett Ryder. Emperor's Children Noise Marines are my army. Neat. What does that army look like? Do you have any demonettes or anything Slaneshi? Or is it just strictly Noise Marines, Chaos Space Marines?
It's rainbow themed.
Ah, that's pretty good. The McFarlane Space Marine is a super duper Marine that crossed the Rubicon Duperus. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Alright, I want to paint this little tank underneath a different color. But it probably should be a color I've already used before. Probably red. No, because red is... half the dial is red. Yellow it is. Here, I'll use the Army Painter yellow.
Army Painter.
Brett Ryder has a special Necron army that they cannot disclose the theme of. Sounds a lot like our secret kill teams.
Ooh. Imagine having a secret army.
Yeah.
Would that be annoying?
I can say that my army is between 3 and 20 models.
Mine is as well.
No way.
Mine is as well.
How did I guess that?
Pretty wild.
Brett Ryder, I'm gonna start a painting channel soon, so I'm gonna put it as my first video. Ah.
Very cool.
Dave Dog. We got Battle Force boxes for Vanilla, Chaos, Tyranids, Astra Militarum, Space Marines. Oh, for Vanilla Chaos, Tyranids, Astra Militarum, Space Marines, Tau, and Necrons. Yeah, I saw them. None of them appealed to me too much. I think I have too many models for any of those to really appeal to me. Maybe a Sisters box. I think they did a Sisters box last year, though,
or maybe
they were so new.
Maybe you already have the Sisters box.
Ah. I wish.
I don't know. Because I'm still debating on what your secret kill team is. And it has to be, I believe, it has to be between Harlequins, which is, I think is what it is, and Tau.
Well, I'm pretty sure that your kill team is either Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, Orcs, Necrons, Harlequins, Gene Stealers, Gene Stealer Cult, Tyranids, Adeptus Custodes, Imperial Guard, Sisters of Silence, Sisters of Battle. The weird, I can't believe it's not Imperial Guard. Or I know there's one I'm missing. Well, and then Thousand Suns, Death Guard. Is that it? Is that it? Is that all of them?
It is certainly one of those armies.
Nailed it! Eleron Dorio. I plan to convert the new Warcry Orc box into a squad of Meganobs and a squad of Ardboys. Ooh. Brett Ryder, do you name each of your models? I name all of my kill team models. And I name a lot of my HQ models for 40k.
I'm going to be naming my my kill team models. I mean, you kind of have to for the
Yeah,
game.
you do.
It helps. It helps a lot.
I think I'm going to use the name generator in the book, and then if that doesn't give me cool enough names, I'll just I'll find a generator online. Or I'll name them after the McDonald's dollar menu.
That's pretty good. You can name them if you have 4 of them. You can name them Teletubbies.
Inky Winky, Tipsy, Lala, and Poe.
I think Tinky
Winky. God damn it. And I was watching it this morning. Because you guys seem cool, I'm going to let you name a Space Marine each. Ooh, just one, though.
Ooh.
What am I going to do? All right, I got a good one.
Okay.
Rogel Dorn. I'm sure that's not taken. Okay. Mortarion.
I'm thinking Jeb.
Jeb.
Yep.
I can't think of a good name.
It's short for Jebbaroth. Jeb it is. Woo!
Sounds like perfect Harlequin names there, Jay. Richard is a nice name.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna the chat can pick my name and I'll pick one of the chat. Like the chat give me ideas and then I'll pick the best one of that. Because I'm drawing a blank for names. Age of Sigmar has Battle Force boxes for Caradron, Overlords, Zinch, Gloomspite Gits. Good if you collect them, and Trolls also. I love the Trolls. They seem really cool.
They're so great.
And an Ogre box with a Giant Throne. Ronald McDonald. That's pretty good.
Sir Topham Hatt.
Sir Topham Hatt. That's pretty good.
That's so funny.
I think I like Sir Topham Hatt. All right, Brett Ryder, you have your name, Sir Topham Hatt.
Sir
and
Topham
what was Nick's
Hatt
name?
And Jeb. Jeb.
Sir Topham Hatt and Jeb.
I love that.
Need a black paint.
Big fan of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Cyrus Brutally. Ooh, you know what was a good name from Star Wars? I love Clone Wars with all my heart, but when the bad guy was named Savage Oppress, holy cow. Come on now. Come on now.
That's a sick name.
Joey Flores, $3. And a funny looking cat. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
I like it. Thanks.
I'm gluing the names on now. Gluing the names on?
Oh,
how are they like ready to go?
Can we see them?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Can you send them to us?
I love Thomas the Tank Engine.
Mm-hmm. Ah, it's a dog. It's a corgi.
Oh. I think there's like a bite taken out of his ear.
He's a little
Yeah.
scruffy. Oh man. Well, you should share it with us at some point
Yeah.
when you're able to.
Ooh, I have a good idea for naming my models now. But I can't say because it's a secret kill team. And my goal is to talk about them constantly on stream without giving any information away. Because I'm sure that
That's
won't
one
get
of my favorite
old.
things to do. This brush is way too small.
Any thoughts on Travis Cott? I don't know what that is. Is that a person?
Neither.
I recently learned that if you see a feral cat with its ear tips missing, it's probably been tagged, neutered, and released. That's how they mark them. Huh. So they nip off an ear? My neighbor used to have a cat that was apparently a stray that had a perfect little, nip out of the ear. I think they always assumed he just got into a fight.
Well, that just changed your whole childhood, didn't it?
Maybe. We all know you're playing a squat team, Jay. No, because there's no squats in the Kill Team rulebook.
I guess, but you could.
That's true. You could always proxy.
You could make them up.
Ooh, Void 16 finished a knob for their Orc Boys.
That's awesome.
Void 16, do you enjoy painting more after you do it more? Sometimes. I love painting. And if I paint for like 8 hours, all I want to do is paint. It just builds for me. But I'm sure for plenty of people it doesn't work like that.
I think it's really, really helpful to have a set time where you do it.
Yeah.
Like during a stream.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the more you get into it, the more you paint. If you can paint every day, even if it's just for like 15 minutes, at least you're doing it. You're keeping a habit.
Yeah, and I think it's important to paint every day. Like if you just say, "Oh, I'm going to paint or do something wargaming related," you're going to do so many things before painting. You're going to be like, "Today's wargaming related thing is checking Bella Lost Souls." And then all of a sudden you realize like, "Oh, I haven't done any actual hobbying for weeks." I'm planning on finishing my secret army by the end of the year, and then I'll start with Jeb and Sir Topham Hatt.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Wargames Atlantic Enahaja box set for nice squat proxies. Yes, I will not forget. I will write that down. Wargames Atlantic. Where did it go? Boom. There, it's on a sticky note. So now I'll just lose the sticky note and forget.
Perfect.
And it has plasma guns. Ooh, so it must be one of the armies that has plasma guns. I have one bristle on this brush that is not cooperating. Oh, now it's behaving. Oops. I wish I had... Oh, I do. There we go. Today's wargaming thing is thinking this very thought. Then I'm done for the year. He did the mouth brush thing. I know. It's not a great habit, but it's a perfect way to turn your bristles into a perfect little point that is amazing for painting with.
It also tastes great.
Yeah. It's magically delicious, secretly nutritious.
Mm-hmm. And I've never been smarter.
Yeah. There, something like that. Jeb has a chainsword and pistol, and Sir Topham Hatt has a plasma gun. Ooh, I would not have picked anything different. I love a plasma gun. If you don't want to put your brush in your mouth, just use a fleshlight. Well, then don't I have to spit into the fleshlight?
No, it's already pre-lubed. But thank you, Kilgore Void, for the great advice.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
Brett Ryder, you guys are good with rainbows, because they're going to have rainbows. Good. They better have rainbows. Full of vitamin K.
Then you have petroleum jelly on the brush, and that's no good. Alright, time to do a little surgery. I'm gonna try and paint the little, oh, this brush is... There we go.
Zerg619. I just finished Dawn of War 2, Chaos Rising, now going for Retribution.
Ooh. I don't think I ever finished any of the Dawn of War games. I played one of them. I think I beat the campaign. So I guess that's sort of finishing it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys checked out the new Necromunda? No, it looks really, really cool. I'm sure my game can't play, my computer can't play it because it's a Mac, but
You never know. Maybe the ghost of Steve Jobs will let you
maybe.
play it.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed and angry.
That's what my mom says all the time.
It's okay. Relic didn't finish Dawn of War 3. I thought Dawn of War 3 exists. I love the new Necromunda game after learning how to figure out the controls. Yeah, I think I would really be into it. I love the idea of Necromunda. I've never played it before, but I own the original box and stuff they released for it. Maybe one day I'll play it.
One day, so many things will happen. Ah, good old one day.
Ooh, the third Dawn of War doesn't feel like an RTS. Interesting. I like Dawn of War, but I thought the Necrons were OP. They were so OP, I could win with them sometimes.
Imagine that.
And that's when you know it's on easy mode. Is when even I can win with it. I'd get so mad though in that game when like the stealth suits, when Tau stealth suits would show up at like minute 4, and I'm still like 2 tech trees away from getting a unit that can spot them because they're invisible. In Dawn of War 2. The Necromunda PC game is turn-based and nicely rendered in a 3D Underhive. I think it's definitely more likely me playing the Necromunda video game than me playing the Necromunda game.
Yeah, probably. Well, one of them requires a lot more reading.
And a person.
Yeah.
Who also is up for doing a lot of reading.
Mm-hmm. Remember Games Workshop made a video about it, like how to play?
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any sense?
Not really. They don't quite break it down enough.
Mm-hmm. They tend to have that problem.
Yeah, where they kind of assume everyone kind of knows everything already, which doesn't quite work. Like, you have to assume people know nothing. I want to do a video as soon as I learn or have maybe played a single game of Kill Team. I want to make a video called like Kill Team in 5 minutes. Watch this video to play Kill Team today. And I want to take them from nothing to you've played one game basically in a short amount of time. And like the video would have stuff like, okay, so here's the rule book. Skip the first 16 pages. None of it matters. Pages 16 to 24, and then pages 31 to 36 are the only ones that matter right now. Ooh, I think I'm not loving the pressure valve yet, and I think it's because the actual the little thingy, the little arrow isn't a color, so I think I'm gonna paint it yellow. There we go. Oh, that helped a lot. Wrath and Glory is the D&D version of 40k, right? Is it? That sounds cool. D&D is another thing I'll never play, unless I get real popular real quick.
Yep, you have to have friends to do that.
Do.
Although Ben plays D&D.
Maybe Ben would let me play.
I think he would love that. He'd probably scream.
I remember I wasn't quite invited to play D&D with Fox and his crew.
Yeah. I wouldn't invite you either. Cool kids only.
And
I'm sure they had a winning group.
The orc's coat is looking sweet. Thank you. If you go back to the very first video in the series, you'll see how I painted it. Sadly, Fantasy Flight Games lost their license to keep making the amazing RPGs, so Wrath and Glory is the new one, published by Cubicle 7, who I've had good products from in the past. I feel like some of my friends would be a lot more willing to get into 40k if it was an RPG as opposed to Warhammer, or opposed to a war game. Yes, for sure. A war game is like the biggest ask of all time.
Yeah, it really is. It's like trying to sell someone a car.
Yeah, it's absolute madness.
I remember like when you were trying to get me into it, and you were doing your spiel, and then a bunch of weird games and a bunch of weird hangs at the Warhammer store with the guy that ran it was being weird and not great, and you thought I was a lost cause. But what helped was those free models from Daniel. That's really because once you have some models, you might as well. Slinging plastic crack.
I think the expression of plastic crack actually comes from the fact that Games Workshop products cost the same as crack.
Oh. And you would know. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, folks, it's 9:55. We're going to be ending in 5 minutes.
Oh, my God.
So, crack is also healthier for you. Yippee, Jasper. GW costs way more. Apparently you got a really good crack dealer. Yeah.
Hook a brother up.
I use Andre.
Right.
Who do you use?
The
Yes.
giant? No names. You know how it is. All right, that was just a test.
So if you guys ever painted hoses, which appear often on models, and if you do you ever do a striped? Because I've been enjoying doing striped hoses. I think it adds some fun visual interest. But the true hobby heroes, they paint a spiral,
Oh my god.
which is hard.
No thanks.
Maybe I'll practice this Christmas on some candy canes. Maybe I think what I'll do with the hoses is one of them is going to be black with red stripes, and then the other one's going to be green, like acetylene hoses. Red and green.
White and nerdy.
Yeah. I've been doing some striped. I've been doing some striped on my cables. Something about them is just nicer. The most unrealistic thing about hoses on models is none of them are tangled into unmanageable knots. Very true. Ooh, cross brush texture on the hose. Yes, I've seen that too, and it's very cool. I'm really going to have to find a nice model to try some of that thatching out on. Because I tend to paint very clean. I'm not able to paint messy and have it still look good. When I get too messy, it just looks like I didn't try. The trick is to never try at all.
Words to live by.
I think it requires very stiff bristles like those on a toothbrush. Nope, that's not the right color.
Okay.
How much paint do you think you've ingested from years of sucking on your brushes? Probably not much. I mean, it's a clean brush that goes into my mouth. Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up. Of course, I always put a shot of Nuln Oil into my coffee in the mornings, so I think that helps even it out.
Right. It's always good to do.
Although recently I've been putting Army Painter in my coffee, so. Yeah.
Decaf.
Makes sense.
Ah, crap balls. Oh, and it was going so well.
Okay.
The best part of waking up is paint washes in your coffee.
Right, Kilgore Void?
Joey Flores. Well, it's that time. It looks to me. See you on tomorrow's stream. That's my line.
That's amazing.
All right, folks. Video out today. Video coming out Wednesday.
Oh, video coming out
oh
Wednesday.
My gosh, I can't wait to hear all your opinions on the Wednesday video. It's gonna be wild.
And streaming tomorrow. Ah, Brett Ryder posted the sub, so we'll have to check that out.
Good night.
Good night, guys.